Hello and welcome to Siena Saints Weekly. I'm Chelsea Brumagen, here to bring you all the action from this week's games. Let's get right to it with this week's Game of the Week. Men's basketball celebrating Veterans Day with a game against Navy. Evan Heim shoots for 3, but it hits the rim. He was only 2 for 11 behind the arc, but Ryan Oliver is right there to make the layup. A little later, Odianisicki makes a shot and gets the foul. He was 5 for 8 from behind the foul line. Saints trailing by 2 at the half. Rob Poole, trying to make it happen in the second half, gets the shot in, 1 of 10 he had during the game. Final minutes here, Saints up by 3, but it's not over yet. A turnover on the inbound gives Navy the chance to tie it up. They take advantage, Jerome Alexander with the long jumper, and it's a tie game with 20 seconds left, and we're heading to overtime. Rob Poole goes up for the 3 but misses it. Odianisicki is right there for the rebound. He had 17. But that's the only field goal for the Saints in that period. Navy with one last chance to make it happen. Brandon Venturini takes the shot and it's deflected by Ryan Oliver. Saints hold on for the 54-49 win, and Coach Bonagiro gets his 100th win. Ivy Spate traveled to Pittsburgh with the women's basketball team recently. He's got those highlights.
Saints traveled to Pittsburgh to take on Big East Pitt. Homecoming for Lily Grency, who grew up just 20 miles from here, and she did not disappoint in this one. A bucket here in the first half. Siena keeping it close. A few plays later, it's Grency from long range. She would lead the team with 14 points and 11 rebounds. Another double-double for her. Siena trying to hold their ground. Sierra Stewart with the basket. Then she goes all the way on the other end and draws the charge. At this point, Siena's only down 5 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. But then the Panthers took over. Later on, it's Asia Logan knocking it down. Pitt was leading by 13 at the half and did not take their foot off the pedal. Corey McManus ending the scoring, and Siena would end up falling to 75-50.
More than 80 Siena students were affected by Hurricane Sandy, and in the true Siena way, the Saints are pitching in to help out with the relief efforts. Siena's Ivy Spate spoke to 2 students who were affected and takes a look at what the campus is doing to help.
This storm is going to be destructive, historic, and unfortunately life-threatening.
As the day continues to unfold, we're getting more reports of the damage that this storm has caused, and it's massive.
She told me that we lost everything. Really just devastated that everything that I grew up with was gone.
Hurricane Sandy's aftermath has been felt all throughout the East Coast, and now families are forced to just pick up the pieces.
I just saw the pictures and I was like devastated. I saw my park that I always went to when I was little destroyed. The boardwalk that we walked up was ripped up and gone.
At first, my parents weren't going to evacuate. It was not going to be a big deal. They were going to try to pump water out of our house right away. But then when I got the call that they were going to evacuate, that's when I knew it got really serious and I was getting worried.
Various members of the Siena College community have also been affected. Over 80 students have reported damage to their homes, some beyond repair.
People's entire lives out on their front lawn, where people live, where people sleep, or outside, just destroyed.
This is like the storm that our parents were talking about forever that would like finally hit and ruin Long Beach. My brother can't go to school for months. Like they have to think of transferring him to other places.
For those students, the storm has not just taken away the material things, but also a sense of their identity.
It's like we lost Christmas ornaments and Christmas decorations, and those things are the things you can never get back. There are a whole bunch of memories that you never get back.
I grew up in this town, and it obviously has a huge impact on me, and if they could just see it in my point of view that I lost my childhood, then I think they would understand more.
Siena is currently spearheading a campaign to help those families that have been affected by the unforeseeable damage.
How much support and like pride we have in our community. We already have so many donations and foundations being set up, so it just shows that we're all in this together and we'll just bounce back.
They've lost their homes, they've lost their towns, communities are destroyed, and it's really our job to come together as a Franciscan community to support them in their time of need.
Now it's your turn to be a part of the action with our Saints trivia question. Jacqueline Skeen was named to the Volleyball MAC All-Tournament team yesterday. Who was the last Saint sophomore named to the team? If you think you know, post your answer on our Facebook page. That's all for this edition of Siena Saints Weekly. Here's a look at the home games next week. Women's basketball hosts North Carolina A&T in the Arc on Tuesday. Then they head to Binghamton on Saturday, and the men travel to Maine on Sunday. Of course, we'll have all those results for you on next week's show. For now, we'll leave you with a game-winning shot from Rakeem Brookins. I'm Chelsea Brumagen. Go Saints.
20 seconds left. Himes dribbling 45 feet away from the basket on the left wing. 15 seconds left. He's got about 15 feet of cushion here with 13 seconds left. Tied at 52. 10 seconds left. Himes gets a screen right. Left side for Brookins. Drives left baseline with 6. Shoots it from 19. Rakeem Brookins